Hello everybody, Shelly here. I know I've got glasses on and I get the ring light, so I'm holding my head at a really weird angle so you don't see the ring light. I'm sorry. So today we're going to talk about super dry skin. And it could be a seasonal thing. You know, it could be that, I feel like I've got to do a little bit more here. Could be that you're out in the elements. Yay for you. Your face gets a little dry because the air is sucking the moisture out. Could be that you've got electric heat that's on and that's sucking the moisture out. Could be just cold medicine, and that is causing you to be a little bit more, I don't know, a little less moisturized than you normally would be. So today, sorry again for the ring light, we're doing glasses video, makeup while wearing glasses, but we're also addressing some of that dry skin stuff that goes along with the season. Goes off. If this is the kind of video that might interest you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, let's get into the video. Sorry for the ring light, you guys. We're gonna try to work past it and hopefully stay relatively in focus. Starting off with the Revolution Pro. This is a Hydra Matte Primer, and there's a lot of hydrating primers on the market. This just happened to be the first one that I grabbed. I do already have some skincare on. I did an exfoliation in the shower just to kind of loosen up the skin that's kind of like super dry and kind of sticks to your face a little bit, kind of can end up looking a little bit like snake skin if you're not careful. So I scrubbed that, and then I did do a mask, little pore toner mask. Left that on for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes at most, and followed up with some hydrating serum and some moisturizer, a little bit of eye cream. So I've got kind of like the basics done, but this Hydra Matte from Revolution Pro. Again, I think I picked this up at Ulta or maybe the revolutionbeauty.com is her website. Anyway, I like this. You know, it's not shiny, it's not emollient, and that's a good thing because I actually want to go in with Tasha Denona Face Glow Foundation. I'm using shade 40. So I am applying it with my fingers, but I'm going to go back over it with the damp beauty blender. I find that when I use my fingers and apply products, man, I get a lot more product out of the container, and the Natasha Denona stuff isn't free, you know. I mean, there's some price behind it. It's kind of one of the more higher end stuff. Here's the thing about this Natasha Denona Face Glow Foundation. It's not shiny. To me, it's not like Ole Henriksen has another one that's very shiny. So I'm just gonna bounce this over my skin just to make sure that I don't have any like weird streaks and stuff. And again, because I don't have my glasses on, I'm not seeing very well. I hope you guys understand, appreciate that. Okay, next I'm gonna take this is the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. This stuff is super emollient, and I'm actually gonna use this all over my lid and a little bit underneath because I do like it as almost like a moisturizing layer or a barrier between that and powder eyeshadows. Now, you can use cream eyeshadows, and some of them are super emollient and work really well and are long lasting and stay put and things like that. So I run it underneath my eyes, over my eyes, and then just keep in mind that when you put on your eyeshadow, if you're using powder eyeshadow especially, you're gonna have to tap it on there. I'm just sort of making sure that it all looks like it's well blended in. Bounce a little over there to kind of press it into the skin, make sure there's no extra. I do have this Natasha Denona concealer. This is in shade 10N Neutral. I feel like the Natasha Denona concealer is super thick and very full coverage, and I don't have like a ton of spots that I need to cover, like a little discoloration. Now I'm putting my glasses back on, so I'm putting this up here, and I know that I'm just gonna have to make sure it's just like super sheared out. But damp beauty blender, beauty sponge tends to work out pretty well to kind of shear it out a little bit when it is too thick, when you have a concealer that's too thick. But some people love a thick concealer, and if you're the Shape Tape variety gal, then I get it completely. When I've got a super thick concealer like that, I just make sure to keep it down below that crepiness because, man, it'll sit in there and that's not good. But the concealer itself is fine, and I think the color's fine. I recently got this in the Macy's beauty bundle thing that I won. It's a nice, huge, generous size bronzer. I actually don't mind their little brush that came with it. I feel like I'm putting on makeup from a distance, like I can't really see it. This is maybe a little warmer than I would, you know, normally gravitate towards. But by the time I build up everything else on it, it's fine. I normally get super dry like around here, sometimes up and through here. So I try to keep the majority of like powder products out of it. Now for fun, and because when I do have dry skin, I really like to use like cream products, I'm actually going to use the e.l.f. Jelly Pop. This is the Flush Blush Peach Pop, and it is jelly, watery kind of craziness. I'm going to take a little bit of a kind of a stippling type, and honestly I can tell you that a little goes a long way. So sometimes I'll like tap it out on my hand a little bit just to kind of see where we're at, and then kind of go in. And I like it because it's moist when it goes on, and you could do a cream, you know, a cream blush too. It doesn't have to be, I hope I just didn't get my elbow in it. You could do a cream blush too. It doesn't have to be like this jelly pop, but I feel like when my skin is feeling very dehydrated because of the elements or whatever else, I really do like something that's, I don't know, feels like you're putting moisture back onto your skin without being too dry. Like you're not layering the dry, parched products. Okay, and then because I know that this is a little bold, more bold than I want it to be, I'm going to go ahead and just sort of soften it up. It's going to pick up a little bit of the excess, and it gives me kind of a chance to sort of diffuse it out a little bit too. I'm going to go ahead and just jump into lips a little bit. I do have another e.l.f. product. This is the matte lip color. I would almost say use something a little bit more cream, luxe lip oils, that type of thing. I didn't pick this for the consistency. I picked it more because I wanted the warm color. These e.l.f. crayons are a little bit of a liner and lip color all in one. All right, once I've got the lip on, I do throw in a little bit of gloss. So I've actually got the Olimar Cosmetics. This is in Nude as Dulce. Dulce or Dolce? Dulce, I think. And I've got that on because I like a little bit of dimension. And because this is a gloss, it gives me a little bit of that dewiness. And because the day that I'm filming this is actually a Sunday, my plan today is to sit on my little chaise and edit film and watch the snow come down, because it's a little bit of snowy today. But we do have some football today, so that's good. Next, I'm going to use this Viseart Petite Pro 2. The colors in here are, you know, I don't know if I mentioned this before. These are like the smallest palette pan size that I own. And this particular palette, I do like that you have like this warm coral, you've got some kind of rose colors, you've got a purple, you've got a matte brown. This particular size, it's great for travel. For me, for every day, it feels like kid makeup, even though the quality is fantastic. Don't think for a second that I'm not like enamored with the quality. I just wish the pans were a little bit bigger because I like a big brush too. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the lightest shade, which is kind of like a, I don't know, soft peach. Because I am wearing glasses today, I'm not going overboard. And I just really want to keep in the same color family as that Peach Pop blush. And I think this eyeshadow primer has dried down a little bit because I'm not feeling any grip on my brush. You glasses wearers, you probably know this already. I try to stay away from going like overboard with a lot of eyeshadow when I'm wearing glasses, unless it's like amping it up for date night and then just keeping everything else, because you don't want to compete with the glasses, right? Okay, I am going to go into this warmer shade right here. I don't know what their names are. I don't see a name on this, but I'm going to just take the same brush and kind of going in, not all the way out to the outside, but I am kind of using it to define my eyes a little bit. And I think when I use this brush, I can kind of concentrate it a little bit, and then just by tapping it, it is diffusing it. And these shades really do blend well. I don't have a problem with the colors, the color story, the quality. Some people are like super in love with Viseart. I think that's how you pronounce it. Am I pronouncing it wrong? Leave me a comment down below if I need to correct my pronunciation. All right, I'm taking that lighter shade too and just kind of buffing out that top edge a little bit. And right now we just have those two colors, right? The two warmest colors in this palette. I can't say it enough, but I'm really just trying to do a simple, clean look that just brings a little bit of vibrancy to the skin. All right, I'm gonna go into the lightest shimmer in here. It's not the lightest, the second to lightest shimmer in here. It's the one that's slightly warmer, and I'm picking it up on my finger, and I'm just pressing it into the majority of my movable lid. It's a pretty color. I normally don't wear anything sort of pastel or super light, except for when I wear glasses. And then it's not like super pastel-y. Like I don't really like eyeshadows that look like chalk. It's not really my favorite. I'm gonna build it up a little bit. Here we go. I got a little smaller brush. This is a Morphe M507, and I'm gonna go into this dark kind of chocolate, and that's gonna define my eyes a little bit, and then I'll take whatever is left on the brush and kind of bring it up to sort of just give that optical illusion of a little bit more depth in my crease. I've dipped in a couple times and just barely dipped in just to kind of build up that lash line a little bit. And now I'm taking the remainder of it and just dusting it up here. All right, I'm gonna take also that a little bit and go down here. Decided I wanted to do this video, and I did my makeup that day, and I was really fighting with dry skin. These colors are actually kind of fun. I think I mentioned this in the palettes that I'm using this season or for the next month or so as one that I kind of wanted to explore and play with a little bit more, because I've had it for a while. I just haven't really used it. And I think for me, it's because these pan sizes are so small. Now, I can get this size of brush in here perfectly fine. I'm not going to be getting bigger brushes, frankly, so I don't know why I have this sort of mental image that this is so small. But you do have 8 shadows. You've got 4 mattes and 4 shimmers, perfectly fine. I feel like this one needs to come up just a little bit. And even though I still sound congested, I actually feel really good. I'm not feeling like I'm sick or anything. Because I'm wearing glasses, I'm actually not gonna do any more eyeliner, but I am gonna put on some mascara. I've really been enjoying the Kevyn Aucoin, the Expert, La Mascara Expert. Here's the thing with this. It just doesn't seem to last as long as I wanted it to. I love the brush. The spoolie on this is actually, it's curved, and you end up getting these really, I don't know, voluminous lashes. I think it coats really well, but I feel like it's either got thicker, or I don't feel like it's like gone, but I feel like it's thickened up quite a bit for kind of the amount of time that I've had it open. So I'm gonna put on some mascara really fast. I'll be right back. Mascara is on. I'm gonna actually take a little bit of that darker coral shade in here on my lash line, and I'm just grabbing just the tip of it, and kind of want to just soften out that. I don't know why I feel like that sort of layered eyeshadow thing lately just creates this really pretty soft look, diffused. I guess it could be considered a little bit more smoky. I don't know. I think it makes all the difference. Okay, so there are a bunch of powders, and I think a lot of times when you have dry skin, or it's a seasonal type thing, weather related, whatever else, you might not think about putting powder in. And I think that there are enough good formulas out there where you can use powders that have either built-in hyaluronic acid or whatever else. Laura Mercier powder's probably pretty good. There's that one Becca, that one hydrating powder from Becca. I think there's a bunch of them out here. I'm using the Jaclyn Hill illuminating powder in Do Me. I don't have any problem with this. I actually really like it. And it gives your skin just the tiniest bit of glow without being shiny. And for someone with texture, which you may also be, lady of a certain age, I appreciate you being here if you are. I don't feel like it accentuates texture, but it does kind of set down my makeup a little bit. Powder is just really pretty. I'm actually there are a lot of setting sprays out there that are moisturizing. You know, they can set and lock it in, but also put some extra moisture in. I like the face mask. The Mario Badescu face mist and things like that are perfectly fine. This one is the Pretty Fresh with hyaluronic acid. I've been using this a long time, and I wanted to kind of use it up. I'm a long way from panning this. Pressing it in just a little tiny bit, and our makeup is done. And that's it. That's all I'm doing. I know it's hard to tell with the glasses. My face doesn't feel heavy. Sorry, I'm trying to look down so that, and I feel like I've got a lot of fallout on my glasses here. I'm trying to look down so you guys don't get the ring light. There's really no way for me to block it. I'm trying to putting my hands over my ears. So sorry about that. I'm trying to figure out how to put my face where you don't get the ring light, but it's just not gonna happen. So anyway, aside from the ring light, which is kind of hard to tell, maybe if I come back here, yeah, no, it just looks crazy. Sorry, I'm trying to keep the ring light off of the glasses, and so that you can still see what the makeup looks like, but that's what we have going on. Super simple, super easy. I think the key is to look for products that can give you some extra moisturizing barriers, help kind of put that moisture back in there. I gotta take these off because I can't stand the ring light. But look for things that can put moisture back in your skin. Change up your makeup routine. You know, it's okay to have ones that work better for the days that you're feeling parched. I know people want to pan products, and I get that. I completely 100% support that. You don't want to have too many. Throw a couple products in the mix that are going to bring moisture back to your face. It'll help you survive the season a little bit more. I hope you guys are doing really well. I hope you guys are feeling well. I hope you guys don't get the dry skin. I just feel like ladies of a certain age, man, it gets harder to keep the moisture, the collagen, the hyaluronic acid, the serums, the everything else. Just kind of keep going with your skincare routine. This too shall pass. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye for now.